Hey guys, it's Chris here. I'm having my morning coffee, getting ready to edit a video, and I realized that I never filmed an intro for the best pumpkin pie, and it needs an intro. So we're going to make this from our homemade pumpkin puree. Feel free to use whatever you need from the store, but I am going to use the pumpkins that I roasted a few days ago. So I hope that you enjoy. I got this recipe from my sister Peg. We had our Thanksgiving just this last Saturday, and they were delicious. So I hope that you enjoy. I wish you and yours the most wonderful Thanksgiving. I'll see you soon. Bye. Good morning. Let's get started on this beautiful and delightful pumpkin pie. I had a pie crust left from last week when I did my apple crostata video. I'll link that in the iCards. And so I thought, what perfect way to use it. I had told you in the intro, my sister gave me this recipe. You guys, I'm not a pie dough expert. I actually can make a beautiful flaky pie crust, but rolling it out evenly and getting it in a pan really seems to be a challenge for me. So I just did the best I could here. I actually didn't realize I had stuck this in the freezer, so I defrosted it a little bit in the microwave because Google said I could. I would have rather just waited. But anyway, I fluted the edges. You don't have to, but I did. And you're going to prick it with a fork. And then I'm about to make a rookie mistake with my baking beans. So stop the video right here. Okay, wait, don't stop it yet. Stop it right here and tell me what the rookie mistake is. And then I'll tell you later. I can't believe I did this, you guys. Anyway, those are just baking beans, or if you have pie weights or whatever you can put in there so that you can blind bake your pie. I blind baked mine at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. Now we're going to work on the filling, which is all the usual suspects. However, I had to change one thing up, and it really was not a big deal. So we're going to add your brown sugar. Make sure to pack it into your measuring cup. We'll add cornstarch and some salt. Remember, the full recipe is always linked in the first line of the description below. Now we're going to add our pumpkin pie spice. I couldn't find any. Couldn't find any in this city, I'm telling you. So I found an apple pie spice. Literally the same ingredients. So I used that. And then, better yet, I got home, realized I didn't have any cinnamon. Who runs out of cinnamon? Me. I ran out of cinnamon. So I had a batch of cinnamon sugar for toast mixed up, and that is what I used. So those are all of our dry ingredients in one bowl, and now we'll have our wet ingredients, which will be eggs, cream, milk, and the pumpkin puree. Again, I'll link that video for the fresh pumpkin puree if you want to make it for this. There is just nothing like the real thing, baby. Please feel free to get just a can of pumpkin puree at the grocery store. Look at that fresh, like I did that. I look at that and I'm like, yes ma'am, I did. At this point, I was wondering, is my pie really going to be orange or is it going to be peach? Made me a little nervous for a minute. That filling is so smooth and silky and thick and decadent. It's just, yes. You could use your mixer, hand mixer, whatever, but I just want people to know you don't always have to have all the fancy stuff. So now you're going to mix the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Get all that filling out. You paid for it, you made it, get her out. And whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. Oh, that sounded like whiskey, not whiskey. It's only like 5 in the morning right now. So here's when I took my pie crust out. Have you figured out what I did? Or rather didn't do? Yeah, so I forgot to lay down a piece of parchment paper under my beans. So I had to take those beautiful beans out by hand, and then I had to pick out all the beans that had started to bake into my pie crust. I am here to tell you I was so livid, and I was so aggravated. Look at this. I have to pick out all those beans that settled down into the dough. I mean, are you kidding me right now? So see, I don't profess to be a baker, but I had to try this. And there you go. You just filled up your pie crust and then you bake